Hello everybody. Cassandra Von Worsley here early in the morning. I hardly ever do FB Lives when I first wake up. I have just woken up like 25 minutes ago. And so here's the reason for the FB Live. Welcome to those of you who are new, who are watching on YouTube, the recording or the rebroadcast of this. Cassandra Von Worsley. You can check me out at cassandravon.com. And you can check out my podcast, She Runs the Show, at soundcloud.com/She Runs the Show. Okay. So I'm in meditation this morning. Well, no, let me back up a second. Yesterday, I was in a meeting where we were talking about life goals and we were talking about bucket list items. And I'm not a big believer in bucket lists. I won't tell you about what I think about bucket lists, but I don't care about bucket lists. It got to me, and I talked about my top 3 life goals. And I had a moment at some point later yesterday where I realized that my top 3 life goals have never really changed in the last 20 to 25 years. And yet, my top 3 life goals I haven't achieved as of yet. So I had a moment with myself, I call it a get it together talk, where I asked myself, you know your top 3 life goals. You know exactly what you want. You know exactly why you want it. Why haven't you achieved it? And in meditation this morning, something came to me and was like, you need to do an FB Live called Making Yourself Take Next Level Action. And I'm going to do this super quick because I have a spin bike that I've got to get on and I've got to lift some weights and work out for 2 hours. Okay. Here's the reality that I came to. The reason why my top 3 life goals, hey, Kevin, you and I got to catch up. I know I always miss talking to Kevin. Okay, Kevin, that's another whole other issue. So making yourself take next level action. Here's the reality. Yesterday I was in a meeting and I could say what my top 3 life goals were. I could say them easily. The reason why I haven't achieved them is because I haven't forced myself, and I'm using the word force, right? Hey, Kev. I haven't forced myself to take next level action consistently, persistently over a long period of time on those specific goals. And so here's what I'm going to say. Brian, look at my 2 favorite people on FB Live. Hey, Brian, you and I got to catch up too. So making yourself take next level action. So I realized that I have not been forcing myself out of my comfort zone, forcing myself to take next level action on those 3 life goals. That's why they're not achieved. And here's the reality. In meditation this morning, something said to me, do an FB Live, because here's the reality of taking next level action. You're not going to get to the next level by accident. I think a lot of us believe that we're going to get to the next level through affirmation and meditation. Hey, Linda, through affirmation and meditation. I think a lot of us think we're going to get to the next level because we are meant for it. We're born for it. We think we're going to get to the next level of whatever our life should look like because we can close our eyes and visualize, prioritize, and actualize it. We can see it. And here's what I'm going to tell you. Those 3 goals that I've had for pretty much the last 20 years that are not achieved, I've visualized them for the last 20 years and they are still not achieved. And here's the reality. There comes a moment where we have to accept that getting to the next level of our lives, whatever that is not going to happen by accident. It is only going to happen when we decide to set a precedent in our lives. And the precedent means I will force myself out of every comfort zone by taking daily massive action consistently, persistently over time, whether I feel like it or not. You know, when I woke up, still haven't done my hair. Woke up this morning, I've got a headache. I didn't sleep too good. I had all kinds of weird dreams, just strange. And I still need to do a 2-hour workout. And that's what it means. And here's the thing. When I do my 2-hour workout, I need to push myself out of my comfort zone during that workout. And so here's the question I want you to ask yourself. What is the next level of your life requiring of you? Notice I didn't say requiring from other people. See, I'm about to do a podcast today, a podcast episode on how to stop hustling for your worthiness. Because I think a lot of us are confusing what we think other people want for us and from us with what we need to demand of ourselves. And here's the challenge. If you want the next level of your life, you need to force yourself out of every single comfort zone that you have placed yourself in. And you need to do it vigilantly, relentlessly, until you get to the next level. And then guess what happens when you get to the next level? You do it all over again with the next level after that. So that's my message. Meditation, I had to say what I needed to say. And the reality of the situation is any goal you want is totally and completely up to you. Now, that's a good thing because nobody's pulling your strings. But if you're in a comfort zone, if you're hoping that a vision board and a meditation and closing your eyes and seeing the dream is enough to get you there, I've got news for you. Hasn't gotten me to where I want to be in 20 years. The reality is until we can decide that the champion is a process of small, daily, vigilant forcing out of comfort zones, we will never become the champion within. So that's all I'm going to say about that. And check out the podcast episode later today where I talk about stop hustling for your worthiness, because lots of folks are hustling for their worthiness. And here's the thing. The moment you got to hustle for your worthiness because you're proving to somebody else that you're good enough, you're never going to be good enough in their eyes. So why waste time? Let's not do that. All right, everybody, I need to work out. I need to put context in, like brush my teeth. That would be good. All right. Yeah, charge yourself up to break that zone. That's right, Kevin. All right, guys, I will see you later. Thanks for joining me.